This is Father Matthew Kozlowski speaking to you from St. Mary's Episcopal Church in Stuart, Florida. The Lord is risen. Happy Easter. And today I'm talking about the top 3 symbols of the Easter season. Now let's get it out of the way. Bunnies are not on the list. Nothing wrong with the Easter bunny, nothing wrong with bunnies as a symbol of spring and fertility and new life. That's why they're connected with Easter. But that's about as far as it goes, and there are 3 much better symbols of the season. By the way, let's not overthink it. All 3 of these symbols are just going to have strong imagery related to Jesus and the tomb. So the first one is the Easter egg. This makes a lot of sense. Just think about the image of a chick bursting forth out of the shell of an egg, just as Christ birthed forth from the prison of the tomb. So a chick would come out of the shell, and Jesus came out of the tomb, and in this case, Sour Patch Kids come out of the egg. All right, number 2. This one's my favorite. The butterfly. The butterfly is an ancient symbol of Easter. We don't see it too much anymore. I'd love to wage a campaign to bring back the butterfly as the key symbol of Easter. But think about it. There's almost no better image of this idea of something going into a cocoon, like a tomb, and then several days later erupting forth as a transformed being. And it's important to remember that Christ resurrected from the tomb is not just the same old Jesus that was there before. He is a new creation, a resurrected being. Certainly a bodily resurrection, but also new and different in the same way a butterfly is new and different from a caterpillar. Okay, let's do the last one. Beautiful Easter lily. And you'll find a lot of different symbolism here. White is certainly an important color choice. It looks like a trumpet, which can give an idea of, shouting an acclamation of Easter from nature. But, just going back to the imagery of the tomb, flowers, they ball up into these little buds. They go away, and then they just, they spring forth. And so whether it's an Easter lily or any flower, flowers are terrific symbols of Easter in just the way that they just burst forth in such an almost unexpected way from their previous slumber. Well, let me just give a final commentary on the whole issue of wasn't this a pagan holiday and aren't these all pagan symbols that were just adopted by Christianity? Please don't get too caught up in that, because these are natural symbols. They're symbols from nature. And so it's perfectly appropriate that Christians would look at nature as God's creation and say, yes, of course, God has given hints. God has given hints of God's redemptive story within the very flora and fauna of the world. That is a perfectly Christian, perfectly consistent theological premise to say that nature itself, God's creation, gives hints and clues toward his redemptive work. So happy Easter. Enjoy your lilies, your butterflies, and your candy-filled eggs. God bless, and he is risen.